screaming. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the German Muscle channel. So I just took a picture of my car and put it on Instagram and asked you guys if I should make a video on how I keep my car so clean. Don't mind that. But anyways, I'm actually supposed to go swimming today, so I don't know how much of a video I'm going to be able to make, but I can always finish it another day. But anyways, I got this stuff right here. This is Eagle One dry as you wax. This stuff works awesome. Easiest way to wax your car. Wash it, spray on, wipe off. No buffing, no white residue. This stuff is really awesome. So it says wash and rinse car, leave wet, shake well before use, spray onto paint, chrome, glass, and plastics. Only 1 to 2 sprays per section are needed. Overuse may cause streaking. And it says gently wipe dry with a clean microfiber towel. So this stuff is awesome. I've used this for a couple months now. Haven't really used a lot of it really, because I mean, you shake it up really good. And this is one spray right here. That's literally one spray, and that one spray will do this whole panel right here. So this stuff works really good. There's a little scrape right there. I don't know how that happened, but anyways, I guess I want to set the tripod up and show you guys how I clean my car. Don't mind this right here, because there is a lot of dirt and stuff out here. And yeah, so if you guys are looking for some wax that you can spray on anything, like I said, anything, it's plastic, glass, chrome, and plastic, you can soak your whole car in this stuff and it'll work great. I don't think it really works on tires. It doesn't say that you can spray it on tires, but yeah, it doesn't say you can spray it on tires. But yeah, results may vary depending on conditions and size of vehicle. Wax one section at a time to avoid drying before wiping. Alright, so I'm going to get you guys set up on a tripod. The first thing I'm going to do is take my paintbrush and clean all the dirt and stuff from all the seats, and I'm going to try to get the center console first. That way the stuff will land on the seats and I can just wipe it off the seats from there. But I want to start with Dawn dish liquid and warm water, because Dawn dish liquid is it's for grease and stuff like that, so it'll be perfect for this. But you should never leave your leather seats dry, because that's what will happen along with that right there. And you should never really plop down on seats either, especially if they're leather, because you can crack them and that's not good. So these are not real leather seats. The really high-end cars would have real leather seats, but not these ones. They're like plastic. It's basically what it is. I did a video on how to tell if your leather seats are real or not. I'll go ahead and throw up the thumbnail to that video so you guys can go check that out. So I'm gonna get you guys set up on a tripod, and let's get started. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the center console, so that way all the dust and dirt is moved down all at once. So I just got a paintbrush that has never been used on paint. So you want to use a clean paintbrush. They have automotive detailing brushes out there for really cheap, but I never went out and bought a set yet, so this is what I'm dealing with. Just want to make sure, pull this boot up right here, get all that out. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and pull this out just like that. You can actually remove these, just like that. Makes it a lot easier. Just pull this back down like that. Pop this thing back in place. Just like that. Some up here. I am going to be replacing this whole boot pretty soon, along with the grip. I didn't know that you can replace all that, but I guess you can, so that's what I'm going to do eventually, as soon as I can find one that I like, because there's a lot of them out there. So I'm just going to go ahead and wipe all this out, so that way none of this dirt gets on the seat as I'm cleaning it. So now work on the seat a little bit. Just want to get all that dirt and debris off of your seat, so that way, hey, that's a perfect fit. If you guys can see that, that's a perfect fit. Anyways, you want to get all this dirt and debris out, so that way when you're taking your microfiber towel and your cleaning solution, that way the dirt and stuff doesn't scratch your leather, because this stuff will scratch pretty easy. So you just want to get this stuff clean as possible. Detailing brushes will be perfect for this job right here, because they make small ones that can actually fit in the grooves of the cracks of the seat. So start with the top and then come down and just wipe all this stuff into the floorboard. You always want to start from the highest point of the interior first, and then the lowest. A lot of people will start with the lowest first, and then when they go to clean the highest point, everything gets dirty again, and it's just more work for them. So what I mean by the highest point of the car would be the steering wheel, the dash, or the tops of the seats. So what I just did here, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but the tops of the seats, they have little cracks in them, and you just want to take your paintbrush and clean from the top to the bottom. Like I said earlier, a lot of people will clean the bottom first and then clean the tops, and then as they're cleaning the tops, all that dust and stuff will go straight to the bottom, then they'll have to clean the floor again. So clean your steering wheel, get in the grooves of everything, clean back here. A lot of people will forget to clean out the instrument cluster. See, I don't know how well you guys can see the seat, but all this dirt that I just moved from here is now sitting on the seat. So you just want to blow it back. So you just want to wipe it off, get it all out of the way, just like that. So I got some dirt over here too. So always start with the highest point of the car. So if you're not doing the dash, then don't do the dash. But if you're going to go ahead and clean out the entire car, start with the dash first, the steering wheel second, and then I would start with the center console third, because all the dirt and dust from the dash and steering wheel is going to land somewhere on the center console. So go ahead and clean up the center console second, and then third I would do the seats, and then clean out the carpets last, just because that's where all the dirt is going to land at, is at the bottom. So just start from the top and work your way down to the bottom. So if you guys have a vacuum cleaner with different hose attachments, that would work perfectly. But for those of you that don't, a paintbrush is really awesome in this case, or a detailer's brush kit, that works even better. Take your paintbrush, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but you can wipe out the vents. Just wipe them out really good. A lot of dust will collect on the vents, so then you just gotta have to keep wiping everything off. So start with the dash, do the vents, then the steering wheel, and then back here, and then the instrument cluster, and then the center console, and then the seats, and then the floorboards, the carpet, and all that stuff will last. So that way everything goes from the top to the bottom, and then you can clean as you go to the bottom. That's the easiest way that I have found that works. So let's go ahead and start cleaning off these seats really good. So like I said earlier, in this bottle is Dawn dish liquid. Alright guys, so go ahead and, looks like I missed a spot. Okay, so now go ahead, shake up your cleaning solutions, and go ahead and start spraying. Well, there's a little bit too much foam in here. Alright. Now, like I said earlier, this is a degreaser. So it's just Dawn dish liquid and warm water. Then you take a clean microfiber towel and use it to wipe everything down. So because this is leather, it's not going to hurt anything. I can actually see a lot of the dirt being pulled up to the surface right now. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. But just like I said earlier, if you guys are cleaning anything, start with the highest point to the lowest. So in this case, the highest point would be the headrest. So I don't know how well you guys will be able to see it, but I'm cleaning the headrest right now. And then work your way down to the bottom of the seat. So you want to make sure that you get everything on the way down. See how the seat is completely soaked? It should be dry by the time you get to the bottom. This is for leather seats. Cloth seats are different. So if you guys have like stains in your seats or anything like that, you might want to use some type of chemical to remove the stains, and use like a vacuum or something like that. You can also use this method that I'm using, but your seats will be wet by the time you're done. With leather, you can just wipe this stuff right up, and it's easy as that. So just wipe everything off. So I don't know how well you guys can tell from before I started this, but the seats have like a dull look to it now. So there's still some spots that are a little bit wet. There we go. So if you guys can't tell, the seats are actually a little bit dull because we stripped all the oils and all the grease off of the seats. So then the next step would be to get your wax. I have a spray wax. You can spray this on anything. Because these are leather seats, these seats are fake leather. A lot of people will call them pleather. So it's basically plastic. So just, I would start from the top. 1 spray, 2 spray, and then get a microfiber towel and just flip it to a clean side, just like that. And then just go ahead and rub it in. So I want to spray a little bit more just because I like my seats to be really nice and glossy. You spray it as many times as you want. And then I'm going to spray the bottom right here. Let all this soak in. When you're spraying down the plastics with the spray wax that I have, you can use as much as you want. It's not really going to leave any streaks. or residue behind because it is plastic, so it's not going to hurt anything. But paint, it would leave streaks or some sort of white residue. Don't forget about the headrest. Like I said earlier, you never want to leave your seats really dry because it can cause them to dry out and crack, and that is never good. So anyways, seems how I got all the dust out of everything, all the cracks and crevices of the center console and the seat and the steering wheel and all that. I didn't do the dash just yet. I will actually save that for last because I want to spray those down and wipe everything off with a clean microfiber towel, so all that stuff will be trapped on the microfiber towel, and yeah, you won't have to worry about any of the dust flying anywhere as long as you spray down the towel first and then wipe it across the surface. So if you do this right here, spray the towel first and then wipe it across the surface, it won't spread any dust or dirt or anything like that, so you'll be good. I need to work on this seat, but it's wet because I've been sweating. It's like 98 degrees outside, and it's really humid out here. Alright you guys, so just like the other seat, I'm going to start with the back first. I know you guys can only see the bottom, but everything's going to get knocked down to the bottom. Don't forget to get in the crack of the headrest and the seat itself. Now you can take all that trash, sweep it over to the side. Okay, so now I want to use my Dawn dish liquid. I do have a crack in my seat. Let's see if I can show you guys real quick. So right here is a crack. I will eventually get these seats redone. I'm not going to get them reupholstered, but I will get the cut fixed and the other side fixed, or I might do it myself, I don't know. But go ahead and get all this crap out of here. So spray it from the top all the way to the bottom. Soak the seats. If you guys can see this, I don't know because there is a shine on it now, but right in here is like some black marks, but won't get everything taken care of. So I got a clean microfiber towel. It might not look clean because I've used it so many times, but it's clean. So start from the top, get underneath the headrest, work your way to the bottom. Make sure you get in the cracks of the seats, so that way no water dries in there. And then go ahead and do the seats. Okay. I don't know if you guys could tell or not, but there's a lot of dirt and lint and all that stuff still trapped in the cracks. So these paint brushes are really good to use when doing jobs like these, you can get a detailer's brush kit for really cheap online, and they work really good. So now I got them wiped down with Dawn Dish Liquid. I got my spray wax, and I just want to soak the seats with it. Don't forget the headrest. So now I'm going to flip my towel over and use a clean side. Make sure that you never have any type of dirt or debris on your terry cloth, because it will scratch your paint or whatever that you're using it on. So starting with the top, the headrest, work your way to the bottom. This stuff smells amazing. Alright, so now that I got both seats done, I'm going to let this one dry, and then I want to come back and clean out the center console, and then I want to wipe down the dash. And I'm not going to do the carpets in this video because I don't have a sweeper out here. There's no way for me to plug a sweeper up, so this is basically all that I can work with. So don't forget to do the sides of your seats as well, and the backs. You can save the backs for last if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here, let the seats dry, and then I'll come back when everything's dry and do the center console. Alright guys, so now it is time to take everything out of the cup holders and the ashtray and start to clean everything. So the cool thing about the BMWs, the E46s anyway, is you can actually take out the cup holders. So the only bad thing is these things are notorious for breaking off the clips. So right here is one of the clips, and right here is where one is supposed to be. Same as the other side. Right here is a clip, and right here is where one is supposed to be at. So yeah, I carbon fiber wrapped everything in this car that I could anyway, and yeah, everything looks really awesome. The center console in the BMWs are actually like rubber coated, and over time that rubber will come off and it just makes everything look dull. So mine was all worn off and it looked like crap, so I carbon fiber wrapped it. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this out, and yeah, so alright, it's clean. So the only bad thing about this is you can't actually take the cups out of the plastic thing, so you just gotta work with what you got. So spray them down with some Dawn Dish Liquid, take your microfiber towel and go to town on it. So in case you guys want to see what they look like before, I already started wiping them out, but this is what it looked like before and after. So it's actually kind of hard to do because you got these cup holders cup holders inside of cup holders, these little things right here that actually hold the cup still without moving around. It's kind of actually hard to go and clean it out because you got to worry about not breaking these right here. So anyways, that is done, laid all to the side. You can also take this out right here, same way, just pulls up. It's got the same tabs on it, and yeah, so this is basically just really simple. Just wipe it out just like that. You got a coin holder. I did not even know that I actually had change in here, so that's pretty cool. So anyways, clean it out, close this back up. Make sure you get all the lint out of the cracks. Lay that down. You can actually take the whole center console out with a couple of screws and you'll be good. So there's a lot of dirt and stuff inside of here. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but I don't feel like taking out the center console and doing all kinds of crazy unnecessary work. So I'm just going to wipe everything back. Eventually I will come in here with a sweeper and clean everything out, but like I said earlier, I can't use a sweeper where I live at because there's no outlets outside. But I'll take this car to my friend's house and work on it there, get it all really cleaned. Okay, so now it is time to wipe down where the shifter is. So I like to take my rag, hold it back a little bit, and then spray the Dawn dish liquid so that way it gets all over the rag. And just go in, wipe everything down. You don't want to spray directly onto the buttons because eventually water can get inside and shorten everything out. And with these cars, the BMWs, everything is stupid expensive on these cars, so you want to be careful with it. Wipe down the shifter. I've already taken this boot out a couple days ago because I actually was going to do a project with this car, but it didn't turn out right, so I just put everything back together, and yeah, it's all cleaned out. So let's go ahead and clean off this right here. I don't know how much of all this you guys can see, but it's all getting cleaned off. So now let's move on to the dash. So like I said earlier, you want to start with the highest point of the interior first. So that would be the dash, the steering wheel, the headrest of the seats, the back of the seats, and the center console and all that, and then work your way to the bottom so that way all the dust and dirt and all that stuff goes straight to the bottom, and then you can just clean all that up later. But this time I'm going to do the dash last. You never just want to take your wax or any type of stuff that you're putting on your dash. You don't want to spray it directly on your dash because then you'll have to go through and pretty much do it to the whole entire dash, because it'll leave a dark circle in one spot and you don't want that. Alright guys, so now I'm going to go ahead and do the dash. I want to spray my rag really good. Make sure that you get it somewhat soaked, and start working on the dash. Move this little guy out of the way. So as I was saying earlier, this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to spray it directly on your dash, because now right here, you guys probably can't see it on camera, but that right there is really dark at. So it's going to make the rest of the dash look dull, and that's what you don't want. So now that everything is dry, you just want to grab a dry towel and wipe off the faceplate of your CD player and the faceplate to that, just because it will leave a residue. Okay, so I don't know how well you guys can see this, but there's like a residue streak on here. So just grab a clean towel and wipe it off so you guys can see that. It's really shiny right here and it's smudged up right here. So the only reason why it's like that is because there is a lot of wax that I used on all this stuff, so it will leave a residue on this, but it won't leave a residue on anything else. So let's wipe all that off, throw that on the floor, and we're pretty much done. I'm not going to do the door panels in this video because that'll just take way too long. So as you guys are cleaning the dash, go ahead and clean the door panels and the armrest and this little line right here. Anyways, that is where I am going to end this video at. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Let me know what you guys use to clean the car out in the comments. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Also hit the post notification bell so you guys never miss a video. And it looks like I got a letter on my car, probably from the manager. So okay, I don't know if the manager's name is Ryan or not. That's a that's a weird looking smiley face. So anyway, I actually had the manager come up and say that if I don't get tags put on my car, that they're going to tow it. So hopefully that's not what this is. So anyway, just going to read this real quick. Okay, so this is a subscriber. I guess he's also a YouTuber. So if you guys want to know what this note says, follow me on Instagram at German_muscle_E46. I'll throw it up on the screen. And yeah. So that is all I have for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.